this is Jamni Pujari and I'm back again with another video of this web development series where we're gonna see how to work with CSS files and also how to write CSS inside HTML. Now I know my friends, many people think that, oh, this is just a small topic, let's learn bigger things. So for learning and understanding that bigger things, you have to learn this smaller concepts, because later what happens, sometimes you need to read somebody else's code, and these little things do matter a lot at that moment. Or if you are learning from somewhere else, people do this thing, so that you should know how these little things work, so that you don't get embarrassed at a higher level. Okay, so while you're beginning and learning things, it's okay to do mistakes, right? We all say, okay, it's fine, he's just a beginner. But when you go at a different level, and at that point of time you don't know these small things, then it might be quite embarrassing. So that is why when you are beginner, focus on the beginner's concept and all the little parts that you can cover as much as possible, because CSS is the foundation of styling everything. Even though there are so many frameworks of CSS, you must know how CSS works so that you can understand those frameworks better. Alright, so let's get started in this video and let me show you how to work with CSS files and write CSS inside HTML. So guys, I'm an educator in Newton School. So let's see what Newton School is all about. So my friends, Newton School is a platform which prepares you for career in tech. They have variety of courses which help professional working people and also for the people from non-tech background. Isn't that amazing, guys? They train you for 6 months to be a full stack web developer. Also, they ensures that you get placed in the best companies in the country. This wasn't the best part, guys. They have pay after placement facilities which ensures that you don't need to pay anything until and unless you get placed in the best companies with minimum 5 lakh CTC. Isn't that crazy, guys? Also, one more thing. Here you can see Launchpad. Launchpad is an initiative by Newton School for the students who want to learn coding from scratch, and here you can do as much as quiz you want and assignments you want to practice for the free of cost. Isn't that cool? And I want you all to go and check out their pages and try your hands on with this practice questions. So my friends, since we are done with the introduction part, now let's quickly see how to make a CSS file. For this, we have to make one file here, as you can see on the screen, and .css extension is extremely important. And as I'm using Newton School's code editor, it is already there. There is no need of making any file. But if you are using VS Code, then yes, making one more file is important. And why is that important? Why can't we write CSS just inside HTML? Everything I'm gonna answer in this video. So first of all, let's make one file whose extension will be .css. And why .css? Because just like HTML, as I said in the previous video or the previous section of the HTML, that having .html extension is so much important, because we are saying the browsers that this is HTML document. In the same way, we need to mention .css, because we are saying to the browser that this is CSS file, this is used for styling. Okay, so after that, now HTML and CSS both are different files, so we have to make a link between them so that they can be together, they can work together. While styling CSS, as I said in the last video, that we target HTML elements and style inside CSS, right? So for accessing those elements, these two files need to be linked. So for that reason, we need to write one piece of code inside HTML. So let's come to the HTML and write link tag, and inside we need to write this is a type of style sheet. And then we need to write href, which means we are giving it path of the file, whatever your file name is, write that inside here. And then again come back to a CSS file, because that's the place where we are styling our HTML elements. And we will write p tag. We will target our p tag over there, and we will say color should be blue. So now you will see that color has actually changed into blue, and this is how external CSS works. This is what means external CSS means we are writing CSS in another file outside HTML. Now what is internal CSS? Internal CSS means writing CSS inside HTML file. How and where? Let's see. Now for writing internal CSS, we need to use style tag in the head, and there we will write another paragraph tag, and that ID should be targeted here, and we will say color should be green. So as you can see, this also works. These things are very simple to understand, but they are extremely important to be noted and see how these things work. These are the very little things, and if you're a beginner and you're confused why are we doing so many things, if we can write all of these things just here, what is the need of another CSS file? I'm gonna clear that as well. Imagine you are working on a bigger project, and there you have to write hundreds of code. For example, for this p tag only you have to write like 10 lines of CSS styles. Okay, so how difficult and how congested that will look inside HTML file. And when you will look at that file after like 4-6 months or even after 10 days, you will be confused like what is this? Everything is just mixed and looks very much confusing, right? So for that reason, we keep all of this thing in another file to maintain it and to make it more readable and understandable in the future for you as well as for others. If somebody else will read your code, then they should also understand, okay, these are the things. That's what makes you a better coder, right? That is a sign of being a better coder, that your code looks clean, and even if somebody else reads it, he can understand it very well. All right. Then coming at inline CSS. What is this inline CSS? Inline CSS is being written using style attribute inside those elements. And how to do that? Let's see. We have to write style attribute, and then we have to choose this paragraph and we will style this paragraph. And this is how this works. So my friends, this much for today. Hope you guys like this video, and if you have any doubt, please let me know in the comment section. And also if you have any suggestion for the future videos, that is also welcomed on the comment section. Hope you like this video here and subscribe to my channel. Also share this with your friends, and yes, bye bye. Have a great evening.